Allah Ta'ala bless all of you. They're going to do a brief fundraiser. Everyone should contribute something. Last night we were in Cardiff with an audience about this size, and we raised a significant amount of money for, in that case, I don't know, probably maybe the same cause here, those Muslims who are suffering in Somalia and Kenya, and that the Horn of Africa, due to a devastating drought, the worst drought in 60 years in that area. And if that's the cause, maybe you'll see some video footage from there. Spend the money. If you say, I'm not going to be able to buy my usual special basbousa this Ramadan because I gave this money, people there, it's not about basbousa, it's about water and just some flour to make some bread. So may Allah Ta'ala bless us to be generous. And that's the final point we could say about Ramadan. Prepare to spend. Practice tonight, and then in Ramadan you'll be used to it. The Prophet ﷺ كان صلى الله عليه وسلم أجود الناس وأجود ما يكون في رمضان حين يلقاه جبريل فيدارسه القرآن. The Prophet ﷺ was the most generous of people. And he was especially generous during Ramadan when Jibreel would come and review the Quran with him. And one reason for that, and it should be a reason for us, as we read the Quran in Ramadan and we come to the verses on spending. The Prophet ﷺ, those meanings affected his heart. And so he was even more generous. لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ ليس البر أن تولوا وجوهكم قبل المشرق والمغرب ولكن البر. So you won't attain righteousness until you spend from what you love. يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة والكافرون هم الظالمون. Spend before a day comes to you and you won't have a chance to spend. You won't attain righteousness until you spend from what you love. It's not righteousness to turn your faces to the east or west in prayer. ولكن البر من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر والملائكة والكتاب والنبيين. It's righteousness to sincerely believe in Allah. وآتى المال على حبه, and to spend your wealth in spite of your love for it, or out of your love for Allah, or out of your love for spending. Those are some of the meanings على حبه. So, but the likely meaning, in spite of your love for the wealth. Why? لَن تَنَالُوا بِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ. You will not attain righteousness until you spend from what you love. So ليس البر ولكن البر من آمن بالله وأنفق وآتى المال على حبه ذوي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل والسائلين وفي الرقاب. And many of these categories, that's what Islamic Relief is raising money for the indigent, the downtrodden, the orphans. So may Allah Ta'ala open our hearts, open our pocketbooks, open our checkbooks, and bless us to be generous and to follow this Ramadan sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. Prepare for Ramadan to spend by spending tonight. Good practice, inshaAllah Ta'ala. I better stop because I'm going to take all the fundraising time, and that's not good. May Allah Ta'ala bless you all. Bless the wonderful city of Birmingham stand. May Allah give you much tawfiq. May Allah bless this community. May Allah make the community cohesive. May Allah bless all of the Muslims to come together. As at a certain level, we mentioned earlier, we should have unity. There's plenty of room to do our own individual things, and no one shall fault anyone. There are many different colors in the rainbow. So these brothers and sisters, they like to dhikr, let them dhikr. These like the mawlid, let them have the mawlid. These like to really emphasize the sunnah. Let them be very strong with the sunnah. Let everyone prosper. But at a level, when it comes time to unite, to raise money, to engage in projects, we should have nationwide, 24-hour, 7-day-a-week satellite station in the United Kingdom. What stops the Muslims from that? And the highest quality. But it takes the whole community coming together. We should have a very well-developed, sophisticated model for fundraising, where we don't have to do this kind of fundraising, We have an ongoing campaign. Every Muslim that's working is paying 20 pounds a month into a central fund that's managed by a board of various Muslim representative of the entire community. How much money would that be? 20 pounds a month, every working Muslim. It wouldn't hurt anyone. 20 pounds a month, you have to maybe give up fish and chips 1 or 2 nights a month. It wouldn't hurt anyone. How much money would it generate? So Islamic Relief needs 20 million pounds. Bismillah. Here, we'll give 25 million because there might be cost overruns. Are you building a school in Birmingham? How much is it going to cost? 10 million pounds? We give you 15 million because we know there are going to be cost overruns. The money's there. So we have to have the vision, we have to have the unity at a basic fundamental level. And like we said, unity doesn't mean uniformity. Uniformity then will be like Hitler and everyone zig heil, goose stepping in the streets of Birmingham. Maybe there's some political parties in Britain, they'll be jealous. Hey, that's us, we're the fascists. Anyway, so unity does not mean uniformity. There's plenty of room for diversity. There's plenty of room for people to have the organizations and institutions that emphasize this or that aspect of Islam. But there has to be a level, a high level, where there's unity, where we come together to do great things that no individual group can do in and of itself. May Allah Ta'ala bless us to attain to that level and to have a great vision and to inspire our children to think big. Think big, think for great things. Don't shoot for the moon, shoot for the stars. If you make it to the moon, you're still in good shape. But if you don't shoot for if you don't shoot for the moon, you never look up from the ground, you're not going anywhere. We have to have big aspirations. The Prophet ﷺ, he loved big aspirations. When he was in Medina and the whole world's closing down on him, he's hitting the rock in the trench in the castles of Sham, the castles of Persia. He had big aspirations. He's being chased across the desert by Suraqa bin Malik. And then Suraqa realizes this is hopeless. His camel or horse keeps sinking in the sand and he can't move. That happens a couple times. You realize, there's something going on here. So he's like, Ya Rasulullah, I'm not going to harm you. Suraqa, come here. One day you're going to wear the bracelets of the Kisra. He's running for his life. And he's thinking about the time when his followers are going to control the neighboring empires. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He thought big. And we have to think big. One of the consequences of the current climate where there's so much negativity about Islam is making Muslims think small because we don't want to rock the boat. You think big, sometimes you make waves. So we don't want to rock the boat. But we should think big. We should think the contributions we can make to our societies. We should think about the things we could do if we came together. We should think about the great institutions that we can establish. And through Allah, not through ourselves, with the help of Allah. So may Allah bless it to be so. Ya Allah, get up here and do your thing. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad.
On behalf of Birmingham, Islamic Relief, all the people here, we would sincerely like to thank you for taking the time out.
Hey, don't leave yet. You didn't participate in the fundraiser.
We're going to show you a 3-minute video about the current crisis in East Africa. So if you can get that going.